is away. The first transport is away.
Hi there, so I have been busy working on this Rebel transport that I picked up at Wonderfest this year, 2016 in June, and I figured that I should probably start documenting this so that I can use this as reference for myself, and I'm sure other people might want to see me making mistakes so they can learn from my mistakes. So this is a fairly decent model. These cargo modules, or maybe they're not really boxy enough, they're more rectangular, but you know, it's not too bad for what it is. And it's 1982 is when this model was released. At least the molding here says it's 1982, made in USA. It's old, but you know, whatever. Alright, so I have not yet attached the command module here. What I want to do is light this thing. Okay, now here are the parts. Here's the command tower. I got these the engines and such. What I want to do is I got this little pipe here of ABS plastic. I'm going to put the wires through here, and this is like a little upside down Tupperware thing. I've sanded it fairly smooth, and I'm going to drill a hole in the middle here and have this here, and maybe put a switch here, and then have a battery such as this one attached to the inside here so that I can replace the battery when I want to. So this should be hopefully a fairly easy project, I hope. Now, I'm going to show you here what the problems with the kit are. Now I have seen build on Starship Modeler, the website. Somebody had really did a fantastic job. So what you do is when you attach these things here, I think you're supposed to attach them this way. They kind of point downwards here. They look kind of stupid. And the disadvantage here is that, geez, is this supposed to fit in here or what? There we go. There are some fit issues here, as you can see. Here, this, for example, this doesn't want to fit in there at all. Anyhow, so the middle of the thruster can here is kind of hanging down here, and so that's not really good. So what I probably need to do is forget about the tab and just kind of move it up. See, look at this. It kind of points downwards. I don't like that. This one points downwards too. What I should probably do is lose the tab and just kind of move it up and have it kind of attached this way. Maybe upside down style. That might be better. Now, there were some really terrible gaps. What I have done is I've used the Tamiya pla plate, this stuff here, and I've cut it out. It doesn't have to be looking nice or whatever, it just has to fill in the gap here. So I have glued this, and I used my stringy ass tester's glue because it's really good at melting plastic, and just kind of held my finger here and to make sure it conforms. So the other thing, the really terrible gap is in the back here, and so I put a little lip along here and put some leftover pieces to fill in the gaps here and here. I might put some putty in here to make this all solid. So as you may have seen, if you're paying attention, put a little intro in this video of the escaping Rebel transport. There are the 3 thrusters along the bottom, and then there's 4 more on the top here. And I have marked with a dot where I want the thrusters to go. And by the looks in the video, it seems like the light is coming from, it's kind of recessed inside, and you see the light coming from the outside here. So what I need to do is use these little canals here these are fairly useful, I suppose, and have the LEDs snuggled up inside here somehow. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do this, but yeah, it's not entirely sure on how I'm going to go about doing this. But I might, you know, drill a hole in each of these here. And the only problem is, though, this is fairly long, and I want the thing to be kind of in the middle area. I'm not really sure exactly how to go about doing this. I might just maybe do it like a test drill and see how it looks like. Just like small. Don't immediately go with the 3mm right at the beginning, but just do like maybe like a 1mm or something like that, and then build it up that way to make it bigger. I don't know. I don't know. And something else I was thinking, I don't know, maybe I can use this plastic straw here to have this inside here and housing the LED. I mean, I don't think it's going to melt or anything. It's just plastic, right? So that might help to kind of house it. And then I can paint this and maybe light block that way, perhaps. I don't know. If this ends up looking like crap, I probably won't upload this. But I want to give this a shot. So that's what I've done so far. Okay, so the first thruster is into place, and what I did was I cut this off, and I kind of made this smooth in the back. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to use the cement. So essentially I'm kind of turning this upside down, because that way it kind of conforms to the curves actually. There. And kind of hold this into place. Like so. Oh, not like so. There. That's maybe better. There. Now I'm just gonna have that solidify. And just kind of push this up a little bit more. There. And that way, hopefully, there'll be a proper conduit for the hole. And come to think of it, see this one I drilled out the hole prior, and maybe that's a better way to do it, is just drill out the holes first, attach them, and then drill out the rest of it from the inside. I think I might do that. Okay, I got plenty of glue on here. There. I have attached all of the thrusters now. Just need to make sure that these are even. There. There. Make sure these are all kind of lined up in the same area, the same way. See the light peeping through there? That's where I need to continue to drill holes. But I'll have to do that once the glue has fastened these into position properly. And here, I'll have to cover this up with some sheets of plastic or something or other. Make sure that these are covered up. There. But yeah, okay. So I guess these are more or less into place here. Yay. Okay, I guess the position of these tiny holes are fairly decent. I took some alcohol and wiped off the ink to make sure I wasn't deceiving myself. So I think they're pretty much lined up with each other. What I will do is drill holes at maybe 2 millimeters and then bump it up to 3. So I'm just playing it safe. The 2 millimeter worked just fine. Now I've got my 3 millimeter in my pin vise. I'm gonna drill these holes out a little bit bigger. Okay, yay. So I don't know if you want to see this or not, but I don't know, maybe you do. I'm just putting this in here and then twisting it. That's all it is. It's just twist, twist, twist. And then I think, see, I don't know if this drill bit is too big for this pin vise or not. It kind of works, but then again it doesn't. I don't know, man. Just stuff never really works for me, it seems. Kind of gets caught up here, but you know, it's okay. I'll just get at my X-Acto knife, my hobby knife, and then you know, just kind of carve out the area here. Alright, so now that one went all the way through. Okay, isn't that beautiful? Let's do the same one for this here. So it's already kind of lined up. I just find it easier if I start with something small, get it lined up right properly, and then make it bigger gradually, instead of going through the big one, you know, at first and then screwing up the location, and then I'm like, oh crap. So I guess this is okay. Yeah. All right. So, now this is what I was talking about here. I just get my knife in here and kind of swirl it around in there, and just work on that. And cut this crap off here. Get the crap out of here. Okay. There. Yeah, just shoot. There. There we go. Yeah, that's how you do it, I guess. That's how I do it. And maybe you have a better way of doing it. I'm sure most people do. But this is how I managed to do it. So I got these holes lined up. Got them in the little trenches in here. So then the LEDs should be able to rest inside these trenches and go from there. I just realized I need to wash this stuff off. This probably has the mold release agent. So what I always do, which unless you live in Japan you won't get this, this is the Fine Molds mold release agent cleaner. So I'll just kind of spray this stuff down, wait 30 seconds, and then wash it off. I'll have to do it for this stuff here too. More work that has to happen is the bridge, the pilot module. See, it's got like some sort of weird texture for some reason. I don't know why they felt that was necessary, but I'm gonna try to sand this down smoothly. And I see that that's okay. I don't have to bother with that. But yeah, I have to sand this down smoothly to make the glass look nice. I primed the base here, and I guess it's okay, I suppose. I'm just gonna sand it and make it smoother, and then maybe reprime it again if necessary. So there you go. Okay, so it is time to assemble the bridge. There. Okay. Great. That's nice. Okay, so obviously I have not primed this or done anything with this yet, but check this out. This is just a test here. Got a nice blue glow coming from out of there. Isn't that great? I'm going to see what will happen if I can maybe dip this into some white paint. Maybe diffuse it a little bit. But the problem is here is that you're going to have these wires, or the leads or whatever they're called. I'll have to cover that up somehow with a strip of styrene or something. Put it in there. But so far, there's just one of them, but this is looking pretty cool so far. I am happy. Yay. Okay, so what I've done is cut up some more of those plastic strips, and I've covered up these little holes, these gaps where the tab was supposed to go. And I think what I can do next is kind of put in some of that, what's it called, that liquefied putty stuff? Or is it Mr. Dissolved Putty? And just kind of paint that in there. I'm going to have to wait for this glue to dry first, but when it's done, I'll need to fill in those little gaps around the edges, because I don't want any light leak to come through there. So that's the plan. Alright, so this is half of a centimeter. Okay, so here's the centimeter. See, it's 1/2. 1/2 of a centimeter. Let's flip this over. That is the same as 3/16. Okay, so I have, this is from America. I don't have anything for metric. I should get something metric instead. But this is 3/16. And I'm ready to try this out. I'm going to try this out on this before I start drilling something into the spacecraft, of course, right? So I want to make sure this is nice and even, dead center or so. And let's go ahead and do it. Alright. Now let's give this a try. See if this fits. You know what? It needs to be a slightly larger hole, apparently. I don't know. Let me get my little tool here. Kind of file this down a little bit. This should fit. It should. There. Let's try this again. Yep, it does fit. Okay. There we go. So what I can do is hot glue this or whatever, and then have a battery compartment down in here, and then have a switch coming up through here somewhere. And I have plenty of those little tiny switches, so I'll just have to cut open a little hole. Okay, I am priming with Gaia Notes Surfacer Evo Black. I have primed the inside here just to make sure there's no light leaking going on. And I'm just going to prime this whole thing here. And I'm using a metallic gray XF56. I am painting the thrusters in the back here. Masked a little bit. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll maybe painting on top of that. But I'm just getting the details as I can. It's kind of hard once you've actually already attached. But that's also why I'm doing this first. I'm painting this first. Because masking these off once it's painted is pretty good. I want to get inside here. Looks nice. Okay, so we got German Gray XF63, and my idea is to hit these little squared off areas here. Now what I want to do is mask these off and then paint over like the regular hull. It's funny that the German Gray looks a lot lighter than it normally does because it's against the black background. It's got some stuff up here. Hopefully it's going to look cool. I just had an idea of doing this. So we got these little plus signs here in the front here too. Let's kind of go ahead and do the rest of this here and get back to you. Okay, so now that major painting of the priming and light blocking has been taken care of, you need to start thinking about how to light this thing. Okay, so now on the bottom there are 3 lights, and quiz time. Do you remember how many lights are on the top?
There are 4 lights!
Okay, thank you, Captain Picard. You spaz. Yes, there are 4 lights on top. Okay, now, altogether, 4 plus 3 is 7. Alright, so, now, I tested out my precious little LEDs on my LED tester here, okay? So, if you go plugging in all these little guys, okay, you plug this in, and they light up. Everything is okay. Alright. God is in his heaven. Everything is right in this world, or whatever the Evangelion quote is. Okay, so this works. Now, when it comes time to do the breadboard, it's a bit different. And see, I'm learning. All right, so now I have seen some videos on TrekWorks, for example, and while he really knows what he's talking about, I don't know what he's talking about. Now, I'm not gonna, bash his channel. He's really super clever. You can learn a lot of stuff. But what I hope to do is be kind of the middleman, and if I can't understand it, I'm sure I'm not the only one who can't understand it. So I'm going to try to put this into total layman's terms, and I'm going to show you what I did not understand and how I can, learn how to overcome this. Now, this LED tester has a 9-volt battery. Okay, so I thought, hey, 9 volts, well, that's more than enough to power this, right? So what I had here, and I got this, you've seen this before in the other video. I did this with my whatchamacallit, that ramen truck, right? This is a 12-volt battery. This is an LRV 08. Lerv. I think I'm in Lerv. So, this is what I'm going to do here. Now, for everybody playing along at home, alright, this is a breadboard. Okay? This is the red stripe is positive. All you have to do is just plug in into any of this, and it goes up to here and it goes down. Okay, it's a circuit. It's a circle. Okay. So this is a little switch here, just a button switch. So what I did was, you can only do it one way. Okay. And here, let's just snap this into place here. So what I'm going to do is from the positive, you just need to jump from here to, as you can see here, hopefully you can see, this, I'm going to try to zoom this in, hold on a second. Okay. This gets plugged into the row 1, or wherever the top of this switch goes into, okay? So, doesn't matter, just any of these A, B, C, D, or E, or actually E is where the switch is. So, okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick an ohm resistor here. This is a 220 ohm resistor. Doesn't matter where, okay? We just need to put it somewhere. Okay, so now the electricity flows into here, and the switch means that if I push the button, it's going to flow through here. So it's going to jump down to here. Okay. Now, what I want to do is put some of these LEDs in. Now, the long one is the positive, and the short one is the negative. Okay, so just put this in here. Put this in here. Put this in here. So I'm just daisy chaining these guys in here, okay? And then I'm going to put this into here, okay? Now what I have to do is jump this row here, because sorry if I'm going too fast. What I'm doing is just the positive is going to hook up to the negative here, okay? So as I say, it just goes down. So you got the positive, negative, and then on the same row as the negative, you got the positive of this one, and this goes down to the negative. Same row as the negative goes to this positive, okay? So I'm just stepping this down, and on this row here, the very last row, all I need to do is just jump this over to the negative, okay? Doesn't matter where, just anywhere in the blue stripe, the negative. Okay, now I'm going to hook the battery up. Okay, so the red is positive, black is negative. Okay, now let's see if this lights up. It does not light up. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry about that, I'm a spaz. Okay, the battery was not seated into the thingy properly, into the little battery case here. Now it's going to work. So if I click this, see, they light up. All 4 of those light up just fine. Now, what I want to do is add one more light. Because we got 4 lights, but we got 7 to take care of, right? So this is getting kind of crowded. I'm going to stick this here. Okay, now this is going to be 5 lights. Okay. Oh my gosh. That is considerably darker color. Okay? Suddenly there's a drop-off going on here. Now, if I add one more light to this, it's not going to be enough power to light any of these things. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it doesn't even light up. Oh my gosh. So, I have learned that the battery tester guy here, this is parallel. These are in parallel here, okay? Now, what does that mean? Well, let's redo this here, okay? I'm going to take out these LEDs. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is have this plug into here, and this goes into here. Let me see here. If you put all of the positives into one line, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you see what I'm doing. I'm not stepping them anymore. I'm putting all of the positives in a straight line. Now what I'm going to do is connect this to the negative. I see these light up here. Now there's not enough of these in one row to do this, but I can probably put all 5 of those and they won't become dark, because this is a parallel line up here. Okay, it's not going through through a circular motion here. Now I'm going to draw a picture to illustrate what I mean. Alright, so this is what I'm talking about here. Okay, let's say you got your battery. Okay, and then from so this is the positive, this is the negative here. Okay, so from the positive, maybe you get like a resistor. Okay, now you got these LEDs. Okay, so you got the long one is positive, short one is the negative. Okay, let's just pretend I'm doing 7 or so. Just, you know. Alright, 4. Let's go ahead and do it. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so what you normally would do is with resistors or whatever, the positive goes into here. Okay, and then this hooks in onto here. The positive. The negative hooks onto the positive. Negative goes to 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 positive. Negative goes back over here and then plugs into the back of the battery. Alright, this is the negative. This is like a regular series. Now, if you're putting them in parallel, let's go ahead and do this again. Okay, so this is the difference between the regular, hookup and this and the and putting them in parallel. Okay, so what you would do is have the positive. Maybe you have a resistor here. Okay, let's do this. Ohm. There we go. Have the positive go to here, and then here, and then here, and then here, here, here. And the negative goes to the negative, 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 negative. Alright? So, these will burn all together, and it'll use up more battery power. This way, it's a little bit more controlled, I suppose. This way is putting it through parallel. So you got one wire going this way and another wire going this way. It's kind of what I did here. You can see the positives are all lined up in a row here, and all the negatives are lined up in a row here. So this goes to here, and then this goes to here. Okay, so this is what you would do. Oh, sorry, not pointing it to it. The positives are all lined up, and the negatives are all lined up. Push the button, they light up. Okay. So what I could do is do this way. Now the breadboard, it's going to be difficult to split this up, I guess. But in theory, that's what you could do. Now, or what I could do, if I want to do it this way, probably increase the ohms. So we know that 4 are just fine. 5. It'll still light up, but it's not that bright. Now, if I do this thing here, if I use this doohickey, let's open this up here. Okay. Now, this says in here it says 1.5 volts, but whatever. And there's just wires and stuff. I don't think it matters. Leave a comment if you think it does. But what I could do is put these batteries. Oh, where the hell did they go? Oh my gosh. Oh, here we go. Okay, I got 2 of these batteries here. These are, again, the LRV08s. Got 2 of these suckers here. What I could do is light them up this way and increase the resistance here. So I got some 430 ohms. Should work. Okay. Now I'm going to put the batteries in here and redo the breadboard, and let's see if it works. Okay. So 12 plus 12 is 24 volts. That's what I got with these two small batteries here. Okay. Like I think like AAA battery is like maybe like 1.5 volts or something like that. I think I can't remember. I don't know, something like that. But these two small guys here have 12 volts each. Okay, now this is 24 volts total. So that means I need to increase the resistance to make sure that I don't blow these LEDs up. Okay, so now I have 3 430 ohm resistors. Okay, and I've got this going into just as long as these metal wires don't touch each other, there's no problem. Okay, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 LEDs lined up in a chain here, and then I got 2 more resistors, and these are the 220 ones. I got 2 more chained together, and I just put yet another resistor in here just for the hell of it, just to make sure I got plenty of resistance here. And then this is going into the negative now. Let's push this button. Now these are not too bright at all. I might put another resistor in there to see what happens. This is working out just fine. Look at that. These are not too bright. They seem to be working just fine. Okay. Now I can maybe increase the resistance in here. Take a look to see what it's like after this. Let's put another 220 ohm resistors. I know that there's like a math. I remember somebody on a forum, there's a Starship Modeler forum, said that there's like some sort of like a resistance calculator for LEDs on the web somewhere. If you have that link, please let me know. I want to know what it is so I can use it. I just increased more resistance, and don't really see any difference in the brightness here. I mean, I can put a whole bunch more of these resistors in here just to be, it's better safe than sorry, right? That might be a good idea. But this is going to work. I'm sure it's going to work. So each of these small 3mm LEDs, the blue ones, because it depends on the color, like what sort of power they use. But these usually go for like 3 volts or something or other each or so. Now let's see if I put too much on there. Yeah, see, I got too much resistance. These are not even working. Oh wait, what the hell? Durhay. Of course it's not working. I didn't plug that in. Alright. This is working just fine. So, I'm not really sure exactly the resistance that I need for this. This seems to be doing it just fine. And I didn't have to do the parallel either. So, what I want to do is, where's my base? There we go. All my base belongs to me. And, oh crap, I don't think it's going to fit. Well, unless I attach it like that, maybe? Maybe I can do that somehow. Although, I don't know, man. It's kind of, it gets in the way, though. You see that? Oh, you can't see that. I'm looking at the battery thing here and how I wanted to have it in here. I might need to get a bigger base, maybe. So maybe this base doesn't belong to me. It won't, I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be hard to change the batteries. Unless I just have this kind of free floating, maybe? I don't know. Instead of having it permanently attached on the inside. I'll have to cross that bridge later, I suppose. But, increasing the voltage definitely makes these things light up. All 7 of them. So I think that's probably what I want to do. Good thing I bought this. As long as you're careful, you can just have fun, and then you're not going to burn out the LEDs as long as you're cautious enough, I suppose. Okay, so I know that there are better modelers than myself out there. Give me your advice. What do you think about this? So again, this is 3 430 ohm resistors, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 220 ohm resistors, just because maybe I didn't get enough of these 430s enough. This works, and I don't think it's blowing them out. They seem to be working just fine. What do you think? Should I increase the resistance or leave them as is? Do I have enough? Let me know. I'm going to end this video here. It's probably gone on way too long. Hopefully this will hold your attention. I need to get advice from those who are better than myself at this kind of stuff, because this isn't quite as straightforward as I thought. I thought that this one battery was going to power all 7 of those at the same time, but it's not, unless I do the parallel. The parallel, though, I'm probably going to burn out the batteries faster that way. So, thanks for watching, and I will have to divide this into a second video later on. Bye.